I don't know if it's just me, but I have this weird thing going on in my head right now with Jujutsu Kaisen where I don't want to say I'm burnt out with Jujutsu Kaisen because I don't think that's really the case, but I will say this. I am 100% not ready for the Shibuya arc. Like, yes, the arc is here. I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna make vids on it. I'm probably gonna enjoy the arc a lot if I'm being honest, but like at the same time, bruh, I don't know, bro. I just feel like the hidden inventory arc was just jam-packed with so much content, whether it be hype shit, emotional shit, felon shit, whatever. It was just so much to take in. I literally feel like I just watched a whole 25 episode season. Like, yes, in actuality, I really only consumed like a fifth of that, but in my head, bro, I feel the level of closure that I'd expect to feel from a full season of anime. Regardless though, Shibuya arc is here. Yuji and them are finally back in the mix. We finally got a full episode without Gojo ass on my screen every 2 seconds. Y'all know how I feel about Gojo, bro. The less the better. Honestly though, Gojo hating jokes aside for a sec, it does genuinely feel nice to see the main cast of the show back in the mix again after spending like the last month or so immersed in the events of the past. Like normally, bro, I'm not particularly fond of that thing that anime do where they'll start an arc off with like slice of life moments and shit, because it's like, nigga, please get to the point, bro. Don't nobody care about Attack of the Earthworm 4 or whatever other type weird shit y'all got going on, bro. I want to see it get smacked in his upper lip with a big ass fireball or some crazy shit. But like this time around, bro, I honestly kind of rocked with the little slice of life story they kicked off this arc with, because it's like, not only do I think the story was like an overall cute story with like a nice message about self-love and, you know, just cool positive shit, I also think that watching Yuji, Nobara, and Megumi interact with one another made me realize something that I'd never really thought of before. I really like the chemistry between these three characters. Like, I'm not even trying to gas right now, I really like their dynamic. I find myself naturally comparing the sort of fruity and trio dynamic that these three have going on to Team 7 from Naruto because, well, for one, Team 7 is just what I grew up watching, or reading rather, but also I don't think it's a coincidence that a Shonen Jump battle manga decided to go with the tried and true shonen formula of two dudes and a chick when it came to their main cast. The thing that I do like about the JJK posse as opposed to Team 7 though is the fact that, like, how do I put this? I feel like no one on Team JJK is bogged down by the trope that they're supposed to represent. Like, yeah, the Megumi might be a little edgy every now and then, but he's not so edgy that he can't get invested in the prospect of Yuji getting into a relationship with a old girl over there, an old random girl that we're probably never going to see again in the history of the show. Same thing with the relationship between Yuji and Nobara. I definitely get Naruto and Sakura vibes from their relationship, but like their bickering seems a lot more jovial than Naruto and Sakura's did, at least from what I can remember. Sakura used to just straight up bully the shit out of Naruto, bruh. Like, she was dead ass a jerk for a very large portion of the series. Nobara, on the other hand, I'm not gonna lie, Nobara will most definitely press Yuji from time to time, but I feel much more of a mutual respect between Yuji and Nobara than I did their Team 7 predecessors. Like, Nobara was really displaying W-Man's activity by trying to put Yuji on with that random girl that we'll probably never see again, and I can only imagine that Sakura in the same situation would have been doing everything in her power to try to put in a bad word for my boy Naruto. On the topic of romantic relationships though, I also like the fact that the author decided not to force some sort of contrived love triangle to be happening between our main cast, because I'm not gonna lie, bro, nobody's trying to see all that, bro. We already got the Gojo/Ghetto love story last arc, bro. We don't need any further romantic exploration for the rest of the show if it doesn't involve the likes of Mei Mei and myself. With that said though, Nobara most definitely caught my neck when she said her heart skipped a beat at the thought of Yuji being in a relationship, because like I really thought the writers were fixing to fumble the whole trio dynamic right then and there, bro. Like, I was low-key kinda tight when she said that. Come to find out, Nobara ass was just hating on Yuji so hard that she started suffering from cardiac complications, and as the nigga who hated on Gojo to the point where he made himself physically ill for 48 hours, I can respect that level of hating dedication. On an unrelated note, I did find it odd that Yuji was so gung-ho about going to see that little worm movie he wanted to see so bad, because it's like, bro, you live in the Jujutsu world. If your ass want to see a horror movie, just step outside. There's a horror movie going down in your city right now as we speak, bro. Dog wanna waste an hour and a half in the movie theater watching Earthworm 4. My nigga, Earthworm 4 is in your world, bruh. He was just vibing on Toji's shoulder last season, deep-throating swords and shit, bro. Go ask your sensei about it. Anyway, after the first sort of slice of life half of the episode, we transition into the second half of the episode, which I can only assume is more aligned with the overarching plot of the Shibuya arc. Basically, there's a traitor in our midst. Now, when I first heard that they were opening up a traitor plotline, I was like, oh brother, here we go again, because bruh, y'all know how much anime likes to drag out these traitor plotlines, bro. Like, they'll let those drag on for 5 straight seasons only to land on the lamest traitor reveal you've ever seen in your entire life. Luckily for us though, JJK got straight to the point and basically informed us right out the gate that Mechamaru was the snitch, traitor, whatever you want to call him. Now, at first when I found out Mechamaru was the snitch, I'm not gonna lie, I was about to turn Mechamaru K, because I'm sitting here watching like, bro, how dare your side character ass have the audacity to switch up on the Jujutsu gang like that? Like, honestly, bro, what is wrong with your robotical ass, bro? What do you gain from this level of L-mans? But then, like, when they went more in depth into like the betrayal as a whole, as well as Mechamaru's reasoning behind the betrayal, I found myself coming to realize 2 things. 1, it was actually only like a half betrayal to begin with, and 2, I'm not gonna lie, I probably would have done the exact same shit in Mechamaru's situation. You see, Mechamaru, he's basically like a reverse Toji in a way. Whereas Toji had a heavenly restriction that made his cursed energy weak in return for his body being strong, Mechamaru has a restriction that makes his body weak and his cursed energy strong. Or something like that. Y'all might not know this, but I actually have a heavenly restriction myself. It's called being 5'6". Basically, Mechamaru cut out a deal with Mahito where in return for fixing his body, Mechamaru will provide Mahito and Geto with the inside scoop on Jujutsu High. The thing is, both of these niggas were planning on backdooring each other the instant they saw the deal through, so it's like, can you really even call Mechamaru a traitor in the first place? You see, Mechamaru's plan was to get his body fixed by Mahito and then immediately drop Gojo the Addy so that Gojo could, you know, pull up and do what Gojo does. The problem is, Geto was moving big brain that whole time, and so he lowered a veil in order to cut off Mechamaru's communication to the outside world, and so now Mechamaru basically has to be the first nigga in JJK history to fight his own battle without having the Gojo hotline on speed dial. It was a joke, JJK fans. Get out of my comments. Relax. I don't know, bro. As much as cursed energy confuses me sometimes with like how many different moving parts it has going on, I'm not gonna sit here and cap, bro. Cursed energy has got to be one of the coldest power systems of all time, bro, because it's like, what other power system do you know that could conceivably set up a fight between a soul zombie demon and a literal Evangelion Gundam Mechazoid? Like, I don't care what you say, bro. That shit is most definitely some of the coolest shit I've seen in anime in a long time, bro. Anyway, I doubt Mechamaru is coming out of this squabble alive because dog is literally putting his lifespan on the line in order to keep that Mechazoid up and running, which is crazy, by the way, so thoughts and prayers to him, I guess. Nigga just spent his whole life in a hot tub of his own piss just to die on the day he finally gets freed, bro. Like, bruh. Cruel world we live in, bro.